The entire tree stump is covered with the long-awaited comb mushrooms. There are so many it's almost frightening. Gently pat them, as a sign of respect. Comb mushrooms have an incredibly rich flavor. When cooked with an old hen, it's simply divine. The sound of pulling them out of the wood is so satisfying. There's no end to picking them. Look, in some places. They're also called sulfur mushrooms. Just from one tree, a whole basket was filled. A full 20 pounds. Look at this, once. So huge. No one else in the group even noticed it. This is the legendary giant arrowhead mushroom, and it's still a young one. They say it can grow as thick as a bull's horn. Uh-oh, trouble. Someone else from the group is coming. There's another one right next to it. Hurry, grab it, and head for the next mushroom spot. A dense patch spreads out ahead, a rare medicinal herb. So far, it cannot be cultivated artificially. A true wild treasure. The thick tree trunk has a hollow split down the middle, like a window carved out by time. This one's a slender-legged Highland red arrowhead mushroom. Don't be fooled, it looks quite elegant. Wait, look what I just found. A mildly toxic mushroom from the Rucola family. Never touch it with your bare hands. In the distance, there's a puddle. Let's move the camera closer. The little waterfall actually looks quite nice. Redfoot gray cow. That's a poisonous arrowhead mushroom. Do not attempt to eat it. This red mushroom looks edible though. Am I going to have to test it again today? Whoa. There's a huge cluster right under his feet. Not bad. I found one too. A greenish red mushroom. That's a simmermouse mushroom. Eat the wrong one and you'll be poisoned. And this one is a deadly amanita. Beautiful to look at, but extremely toxic. Such a shamit looks like a lovely fake red mushroom. But this type can really cause gastroenteritis. On the ground look, an egg mushroom. Doesn't it look like an egg yolk dropped on the soil? This one's a real gem. They usually grow in clusters, so there must be more nearby. The shape and color are perfect. It just emerged within the past day. At this stage, the texture and taste are the best. Its scientific name is Amanita crocea, the bald red-yellow amanita. It's edible and has a pleasant flavor. One cluster can weigh several pounds. What a stroke of luck. But remember, most amanita mushrooms are not edible. Mushrooms are everywhere. Scenes like this only exist in dreams. What kind of magical place is this? It feels like I've stepped into a fairy tale town from a dream. Today, I'm back in the primeval forest, hunting for mushrooms again. Sometimes, coming at the right moment is better than coming early. I've only been up the mountain for 2 hours, and already found an arrowhead mushroom. That bright red color. Looks like it could be poisonous. Right beside it, there's another rare beauty. Eat it raw, and you'll start seeing a rainbow-colored world. Turn around, and there's another cluster on the ground. So bright and red, it almost glows. This is the famous sky pillar, also known as rejuvenating herb, just by its name. You can tell it's extraordinary, and it looks so unique. That soft pink glow. But don't be fooled by its adorable appearance. Eat it, and it'll tear your insides apart. Its toxicity is extreme, on a soft bed of moss. I found this strange thing, dark and glossy black. Locals call it the judge bowl mushroom. It's the ugliest bolete you'll ever see, passing through moss-covered stumps. I head to the next mushroom nest. Here's a tree struck by lightning. They say it has certain special properties. Without 50 years of experience, you'd never spot it. It's a desert mushroom, and it's edible good find. Give it a gentle pat for luck. Found another one, the mischievous arrowhead mushroom. The one that never cooks well and brings bad luck. This one looks like an unopened oyster mushroom. Of course, I'm not picking it just for the sake of it, because I just found today's dream mushroom. A chubby, adorable bolete. Not only cute, but incredibly delicious too, wrapped softly in moss. Yet it couldn't escape my sharp eyes. Chewing on an arrowhead mushroom, I stumble upon a horridly stinky yellow ghost phallus. Destroy it on sight. Up ahead, a small waterfall. It's actually quite pretty. With my basket on my back, I head deeper into the forest. Moss everywhere. So beautiful that even mushrooms grow out of it. Another plump arrowhead mushroom, and look, hundreds of tiny yellow umbrellas. What a spectacular sight. A copper green mushroom, drenched by rain, and a fat yellow warthead joins the collection. Beautiful, but bitter in taste. The chanterelle, one of the most delicious edible mushrooms. Its aroma carries a hint of osmanthus. Hidden in the moss is a locust mushroom, richly fragrant when cooked. All this endless moss. It feels like stepping into the Emerald City. Wait, what's that white thing over there? Could it be a meteorite? Looks interesting taking it home. Climbing the steep slope. there's another mushroom nest at the top. And sure enough, right after getting up there, found another mushroom. Sadly, it's a fake red mushroom. Eat it, and your stomach will twist in agony. You'd never guess how this next mushroom is growing. What do they even call this? It's defying nature, growing completely upside down. Let's leave it here and see how big it gets. The rocks are covered in Bible grass, and behind them, more mushrooms, bright red. Easy to spot at a glance. Unfortunately, it's a rouge fungus. Some say the heavier it rains in the mountains, the more mushrooms there will be. So, braving the downpour, we head deep into the primeval forest to hunt mushrooms. Look over there. What's that? Ah, we must be truly blessed today. A bright red mushroom. If you don't cook this one thoroughly, you'll end up seeing a world full of dazzling colors. Right beside it, so many more. Let's just pick a few tender ones and leave the rest to grow. What a surprise. I actually found a lingy mushroom. After searching high and low, I stumbled upon it effortlessly. Here's a button mushroom. Some regions consider it edible. This one's a highland yellow warthead, notoriously bitter. Cook it, and you'll start doubting life itself. But this next one, beautiful and fragrant. Sadly, if undercooked, it'll make you see ghosts. People call it the naughty arrowhand. Could this be a matsutake? A closer look says no. Eat it by mistake, and you'll be dreaming back to the Tang dynasty. A fake matsutake. The trees here are covered in moss, like something out of a fantasy. On the ground, soft and squishy looks like wood ear fungus. But on closer inspection, it's not. A whole patch of them on the forest floor. All highly toxic varieties. Safely disposed of, no harm done. The trees here grow at strange angles, leaning across the slope. Let's climb to the top of the hill and take a look. W-O-W. A stunning waterfall appears before my eyes. On the ground, 2 more arrowhand mushrooms, taking them home for a stir-fry. 2 different species growing side by side. Unfortunately, both are inedible. This tiny mushroom just sprouting, so fresh and tender. The younger the mushroom, the better the texture. This one's a black arrowhand. Better be careful. It's an amanita, deadly, poisonous. Never touch it with bare hands. Its toxin is vicious. And here another premium arrowhand mushroom, a little fairy hidden among the moss. Next to it, a lucky survivor. Let's take that too. Beautiful quality. This one's a mixed vamo. Slightly toxic, wash your hands after touching. Wait, look over there. Thick smoke rising through the rain. How can something burn in this weather? As we get closer, I'm stunned. A tree struck by lightning, still burning. A sight few ever witness. This is a true thunderstruck tree. Quite valuable too. Time to move. Better get deeper into the forest, or the next lightning bolt might find us. Now, this is the real red umbrella white stem mushroom. It won't kill you instantly, but it might make you throw spears. A purple mushroom so rare, so beautiful. That's a purple ribbon fungus. And here another arrowhand mushroom, hidden inside a tree stump. Too easy to collect. White lime mushrooms, soft and tender to the touch. So lovely, yet slightly toxic, causing stomach irritation. Not recommended to eat. Better stick with the arrowhands. Beautiful and worth a good price. Here's another chubby one. You're coming home with me. Looks meaty and firm. And with one quick sweep, a handful of golden oil mushrooms. My goodness, the forest floor is covered with them. How can I possibly collect them all? In less than an hour, the whole basket is already full. Some say the heavier it rains in the mountains, the more mushrooms there will be. So, braving the downpour, we head deep into the primeval forest to hunt mushrooms. Look over there, what's that? Ah, we must be truly blessed today. A bright red mushroom. If you don't cook this one thoroughly, you'll end up seeing a world full of dazzling colors. Right beside it, so many more. Let's just pick a few tender ones and leave the rest to grow. What a surprise. I actually found a lingy mushroom. After searching high and low, I stumbled upon it effortlessly. Here's a button mushroom. Some regions consider it edible. This one's a highland yellow warthead, notoriously bitter. Cook it, and you'll start doubting life itself. But this next, one beautiful and fragrant. Sadly, if undercooked, it'll make you see ghosts. People call it the naughty arrowhand. Could this be a matsutake? A closer look says no. Eat it by mistake, and you'll be dreaming back to the Tang dynasty. A fake matsutake. The trees here are covered in moss, like something out of a fantasy. On the ground, soft and squishy looks like wood ear fungus. But on closer inspection, it's not. A whole patch of them on the forest floor. All highly toxic varieties, safely disposed of, no harm done. The trees here grow at strange angles, leaning across the slope. Let's climb to the top of the hill and take a look. WOW. A stunning waterfall appears before my eyes. On the ground, 2 more arrowhead mushrooms, taking them home for a stir fry. 2 different species growing side by side. Unfortunately, both are inedible. This tiny mushroom just sprouting, so fresh and tender. The younger the mushroom, the better the texture. This one's a black arrowhead. Better be careful. It's an amanita, deadly, poisonous. Never touch it with bare hands. Its toxin is vicious. And here another premium arrowhead mushroom, a little fairy hidden among the moss. Next to it, a lucky survivor. Let's take that too. Beautiful quality. This one's a mixed vamo. Slightly toxic. Wash your hands after touching. Wait, look over there. Thick smoke rising through the rain. How can something burn in this weather? As we get closer, I'm stunned. A tree struck by lightning, still burning. A sight few ever witness. This is a true thunderstruck tree. Quite valuable too. Time to move. Better get deeper into the forest, where the next lightning bolt might find us. Now, this is the real red umbrella white stem mushroom. It won't kill you instantly, but it might make you throw spears. A purple mushroom so rare, so beautiful. That's a purple ribbon fungus. And here another arrowhead mushroom, hidden inside a tree stump. Too easy to collect. White lime mushrooms. Soft and tender to the touch. So lovely, yet slightly toxic, causing stomach irritation. Not recommended to eat. Better stick with the arrowheads. Beautiful and worth a good price. Here's another chubby one. You're coming home with me. Looks meaty and firm. And with one quick sweep, a handful of golden oil mushrooms. My goodness, the forest floor is covered with them. How can I possibly collect them all? In less than an hour. The whole basket is already full, and they're all top quality. Mushrooms in this condition taste the best. Enough for a family of 4 to enjoy with ease. Look, another pair of sword-cap mushrooms. A couple strolling side by side in the forest. Give them a gentle tap. No kidding, so plump and cute. And the one next to Iteen. Another chubby little one, but it doesn't seem to want to come with me. No mushroom can escape the palm of my hand. This one's also a sword cap, but this type isn't edible. Better leave it. No need to meet fairies today. Just a few steps later, another new discovery. This is a slippery bolete. Picked one, and there are more nearby. Edible, yes, but the flavor is rather plain. Let's check the forest on the opposite side. And right after stepping in, a pumpkin mushroom. Pretty, but again, the taste is just average. This one clearly looks poisonous. Better skip it. But this one looks edible for sure. A yellow bolete, though it's not a true yellow bolete. The bitterness could make you question life itself. Hey, everyone, look, what's that? A white silk veil mushroom. Some people eat it without issues, but it's still somewhat risky. Wait, could that be a reishi mushroom? Feels a bit soft to the touch. A large fungus, belonging to the polypore family. From afar, it almost looks like a hantao. This plant here is called swaoyang grass. So many names. Some even call it rejuvenation herb. Said to be quite useful in certain ways. Let's pull one out and take a look. Deeper into the jungle we go. A carpet of moss everywhere. Feels like stepping into a fairy tale world. Absolutely beautiful. And look, a cluster of mushrooms with the scent of osmanthus. Do you know their name? We found it. The king of wild mushrooms. So well hidden, only a tiny bit showing above the ground. And it's a plump little one too. These days, they sell for a high price. One can be worth dozens of yuan. Some mushrooms may look pretty, but they're not worth much. But here, a delicious bolete. Whoa, this one's special. A nationally protected class to plant. Said to be good for people with weak lungs. I spotted a sword-cap dragon mushroom. And there's a part 2 brothers side by side. Another one up ahead too. Bright red, striking and beautiful. Just a few steps more, and yet another appears. Finding them is almost too easy today. Such a large sword-cap mushroom. Easily over 2 taels in weight. Give it a gentle tap. A sign of respect. It's as big as my fist, lifting away the thick moss. My excitement at this moment is beyond words. A small sword-cap mushroom. Easily harvested and tucked into my basket. Holding it in my hand, pure delight. Look at this beauty. A stunning coral fungus. Perfect for stir-frying with pickled vegetables. Absolutely divine. Wait. Look. There's another one not far ahead. Plump and round. Just like a mushroom from a fairy tale. So fat, so full, so adorably shaped. The form of the fungus matches its name, shaped like a trumpet, or perhaps a tiny wine cup. That's why it's called a trumpet mushroom. But be careful. This one may look edible, yet a single mistake could bring deep regret. It's the deadly gray-spotted amanita. Its color makes it easy to recognize in the forest. And here purple, red russelas. Beautiful, but they can cause stomach trouble. Lovely to look at, but not worth the risk. Ahead, the ground is covered in poisonous mushrooms. Looks like I've wandered into a toxic zone today. That's not sawdust. It's a patch of gray silk mushrooms, mildly poisonous. Wow, this one's so well hidden. If I hadn't trained my eyes, I never would have seen it. A premium sword-cap mushroom buried under moss. You're coming home with me for a sizzling oil bath in the pan. They change its color at a touch. And these two purple band mushrooms, so beautiful. Not only do they look good, they smell and taste amazing too. Oh, a whole nest of boletes. Perfect timing. Sometimes luck beats experience. These boletes have a slightly bitter flavor, but they're edible. Another cluster of mushrooms, a bit older, barely recognizable as band mushrooms anymore, without decades of mushroom picking experience. It's hard to tell them apart precisely, but mushrooms growing in moss, they're always the prettiest. Oops, accidentally snapped one. That's a locust mushroom, but it tastes great. And these dark, sooty-looking ones, most people wouldn't dare pick them. I only picked them up to take a look. Definitely not to eat. This one on the ground, though, is edible. Commonly known as mother pig green, from the Rusula family. Scientific name, Husula virescens. Its texture differs slightly from that of the green-headed mushroom. A pair of sword-cap lovers strolling together. Come home with me, will you? I don't mind that you're a little older. Oh my, an entire patch. At least 50 of them. Yellow-dotted milk caps, with their signature trait. Where there's one, there's always an entire field nearby. I didn't expect the archer green I left a week ago to have grown this big. One mushroom alone weighs a full pound, which means a single one is worth over 100 yuan. Right beside it, I found another one. And this one's also a premium grade mushroom. What? I just discovered a highly poisonous amanita. Locals call it the starry sky. Ever touch it with your hands? Here's another toxic one, the gray amanita. This one's even deadlier. Look at this white blood streak amanita. Its toxicity is absolutely fierce. Let's take a picture and bring it home with me. It looks just like a gray hat. This one here, with yellow edges and pink gills, is called the yellow-edged pink gill mushroom. Wait, could this be a pile of golden wood ear fungus? Actually, it has nothing to do with wood ear fungus. It's called yellow disc fungus. Oh wow, did I just stumble into a mushroom nest? The ground is completely covered. What a wonderful surprise. This is going to be a satisfying harvest. These two mushrooms are so tiny, they wouldn't even fill the gap between your teeth. Oh my, for the first time, I've come across a blue coral fungus. That color looks absolutely magical. Don't underestimate this little green plant. It's called alva grass, also known as kidney meridian herb. A real treasure. And this is the mushroom, used in the famous dish chicken stew with mushrooms in the Northeast. They call it genmo. And around here, we call tea tree mushroom. Treasures everywhere. This one's called rejuvenation grass, also known as suo yan grass. It even has a fancy nickname, King Wen's wisdom brush. Its scientific name, Ishigu. Here, I've found a few edible tiger skin boletes, but they're still too small. I'll come back when they're fully grown. My plump, round archer green, you've kept me waiting long enough. Such a fine look and perfect shape. A true premium specimen. And there's another one of the same quality. This one's definitely valuable. Just when I said it's rare to meet one, another archer green appears. Hey there, brother. And right beside you, another one. Look hidden inside the tree hollow. A little mushroom spirit. No matter how well you hide, you can't escape my sharp eyes. Tender yellow archer greens. Where there's one, there's always another. There's simply no end to picking them. Look so bright and red, glowing vividly in the light. The color is striking, though it carries a bit of toxicity. But once it's thoroughly cooked, it's safe to eat. Just by touching these two, you can tell they're high quality. Ah, how lucky they are. Surrounded by a carpet of green moss, yellow crane milk. Caponatable. Better to just admire it. The ground is covered with rejuvenation grass. Looks like today's going to be a profitable one. It's a type of medicinal herb. very picky about its growing environment, only found at certain altitudes. Let's go further this way, toward the next mushroom cluster. Guess what kind this is? It's the famous milk general. Having long legs really helps. Lets you outrun your companions. Doesn't it look just like an egg yolk dropped on the ground? Scientific name, Amanita farinosa. But I prefer calling it the egg mushroom. Freshly sprouted, and it looks absolutely delicious. Collect it. Wait, what's this? A deadly poisonous one. Highly toxic and dangerous. Never touch it with your hands. And definitely don't even think about eating it. Put it back gently and let it keep growing. And this is the legendary lightning-struck wood. Said to have certain mystical effects. Who wants one? Huh? Everything we found today is top grade. Here's a cauliflower mushroom. Incredibly fresh, crisp, sweet, and aromatic. And on this old stump, fungi that look just like snake eggs. They belong to the puffball family and are said to have medicinal properties. OWOW. Netizens say this one looks just like pork liver. Let's just call it the liver mushroom, though maybe it deserves a name even better suited. Charge. We've reached another mushroom nest. Looks like I've wandered into a coral fungus den. The quality is excellent, freshly matured. This one's a little older, but I'll take it anyway. This one here is the youngest and most tender. That shade of red too, unusual. Sword-cap mushrooms change color clearly when injured. The one beside it looks great, and just 3 meters away another chubby one. My hands are getting tired from picking. Yet another one, even better quality this time. A true gem among gems. Look at this one. Could it be a black tiger palm fungus? Let's get closer and take a look. It's actually a false tiger palm fungus, also known as the eagle fungus. This one. Here in Archer Green, no matter how long you cook it, it just won't soften. Wow! What? Who left this yellow umbrella mushroom behind? It's one of the very few edible species among the Amanita mushrooms. This yellow umbrella egg mushroom is truly delicious. But don't let your guard down. Its toxicity can be extremely fierce. Just one look and you can tell it's dangerous. Could this be the legendary lightning-struck wood? They say it has certain mysterious effects. A rare sight indeed. I really didn't expect this. Hidden deep beneath the thick moss was such a precious find. This is the king of wild mushrooms. Though it's a bit small, it's still top quality. If I'm not mistaken, this one should be a bolete mushroom. But judging by its appearance, it's not edible. Wait, look at this treasure on the ground. The legendary spirit realm flower, also known as the ghost orchid. Its scientific name is crystal orchid, a nationally protected species. And this must be the famous blue sad mushroom. It looks absolutely delicious. At first glance, this one looks like a locust fungus. But after watching it carefully for an hour, turns out it's not. When I stepped on the dead branches under the tree, I heard faint whispers, but it was just some small forest animals. Look what's hiding beneath the tree stump. It looks fresh and tender, but the moment you touch it, it collapses. Highly poisonous. Best not to touch at all. Even these tiny yellow mushrooms are toxic. This one, called the hammer snake fungus, used to grow in ancient times. From afar, it looks like a termite mushroom, but up close, it's quite frightening. Here's a pink gill mushroom, so round and smooth. It even smells quite nice. But don't eat too much. This yellowish one looks edible, but it's a trumpet fungus, also known as hairy bone fungus. It has a strong soap-like smell, definitely inedible. The soap stomach mushroom causes gastrointestinal inflammation and chronic poisoning. You'd never spot one of these without 60 years of experience. Good thing I've been trained for this. A plump little Archer Green appears again, and just a few steps later, another find, an orange-red milk cap mushroom. A 90-year-old elder told me it's edible, so I've decided to give it a try. Look, there's a dumb mushroom on the ground. Let's give it a gentle tap to wake it up. Don't be fooled by its cute looks. It's quite poisonous, without stopping. I'm heading straight to the next mushroom nest. They say the deeper you go into the forest, the more mushrooms you'll find. Who wants to come along?